Hello, how are you doing? I made this video to talk about a few things about what supposedly was found on the moon and our Apollo programs. Now, I made a video before this one about the Joe Wood disappearance. I'm sorry I didn't finish that video. I will make a video completing all of the missing 411 cases I talked about. But for now, this video is just about the moon. Now, the Apollo program began with Apollo 1, 3 deaths of astronauts. The deaths of 3 astronauts, Gus Grissom, Roger Chaffee, and Ed White. And that in itself could be a whole nother video, and I will get into that some other time, but not in this one. I'm going to talk about a guy named Carl Wolf, who was an Air Force sergeant. And one day he was ordered to go to an NSA building. Now he thought NSA was NASA, but later he found out that that was National Security Agency, not NASA. So he was an electronics expert, so they sent him there to repair some electronic equipment. And while he was there, one of the NSA guys told him, oh, by the way, we found a base on the dark side of the moon. And Carl didn't really know what to say. But then the guy proceeded to apparently take him into a dark room and show him photos of before, when they saw the bases, and after, when they were whitewashed by the NSA or NASA. I don't know which one is responsible for whitewashing the pictures. But now, these pictures showed evidence of a mining operation on the moon. Mining equipment, tracks, ventilation pipes, excavation equipment, I mean, you name it, it was up there. And it looked abandoned. Like no one had been there in hundreds, if not thousands of years. And that was cause for alarm. That freaked NASA the fuck out. They didn't know what to do. So they started the Apollo programs as a way to surveil aliens. And they were covered programs. There were black missions for the Apollo programs that they didn't tell the public about. And NASA is one of the most tight-lipped organizations ever. People are saying, oh, with so many thousands of people involved in the Apollo landings and Apollo program, like there's no way they've been able to keep these secrets. Well, it's called compartmentalization. They don't tell you what the other guy's job is, so you don't see the overall big picture. So anyway, Richard Hoagland wrote a great book called Dark Mission, and it's about evidence of structures on the moon, structures not built by us. And some of these are huge glass domes, glass towers. I mean, you can see them in these pictures. And NASA has refused to point Hubble telescope to the moon and the Mars. We should have millions of high-def pics of the Martian and lunar landscapes, which we do not. There's a reason for that. And anyway, I mean, NASA itself is made up of 3 sects. Sectarians, not sex, sects. S-E-C-T-S. The Masons, the Magicians, and the Nazis from Operation Paperclip. Werner von Braun and those guys. Well, the Magicians were the rocket scientists, Jack Parsons, who was one of the founders of the Jet Propulsion Laboratory, JPL. He was good friends with L. Ron Hubbard, who went on to start Scientology. And I'm going to make a video about Scientology in the future, so keep an eye on for that one. It'll be soon. And so, I mean, a lot of different things were going on here. The Freemasons, those were the astronauts. Buzz Aldrin was a Freemason. And they worshipped Egypt. The guy who was responsible for all the times and all the dates of the Apollo missions, like when they take off, when they land on the moon, when they take off from the moon, he was an Arab Egyptologist. Like, this guy was from Egypt, okay? So, I mean, they put a little stock in Egyptian culture. Not now Egyptian culture, but pre-Islamic Egyptian culture. And, so yeah, I mean, that's just what I wanted to talk about. There are evidence of bases on the moon. And that just tells you that we're not alone in the universe and that there is many, many different groups of beings out here. And if they're on the moon, then they are here. I mean, an alien could be walking down the street in front of my house, and how would I know? I mean, you might know, but I mean, not unless you really looked. So, alright, I'll make another video in the future. Keep an eye out for that one. Many different subjects are going to be covered soon. Peace out.